Hello everyone, it's me, Mrs. Z. Here I am with our first Microsoft Excel lesson. We are going to get started here, so let's go. The first thing you need to do is to find Microsoft Excel. It is spelled E-X-C-E-L, so you can find it by searching in your bar here, and I've got it right here, Microsoft Excel. And you're going to choose a blank workbook. That is what these are called, workbooks. And if you click on there, then we can get started. You'll notice a lot of similarities between Excel and Word with the tabs at the top. A lot of the formatting things are the same. And so if you think about each one of these spreadsheets, right, you can add multiple sheets down here at the bottom. If you think that we can format each of these cells differently, so they kind of live in their own little cell, so to speak. So we can format those and take care of those individually. So let's get started on our assignment. So we are working under the assumptions that we work at Slater Farms, and we probably work in the office, and we are going to be helping them with some reports this year. So the Pick Your Own Apple season is a major source of income for farms with apple orchards. This season is generally complemented with the sale of fresh baked apple pies, popcorn, apple cider, and other goodies, and even music events at some farms. So maybe you guys are familiar with Lewisburg, the cider mill down there, right? They have a lot of really cool stuff that goes on. Well, so the apple season at Slater Farms begins in July and ends in October. The farm produces 21 different varieties of apples. Orchard worker Stan Wallace and hayride drivers Roland Navarro and Roger Brady are dedicated to making sure that patrons have a good time. So your task is to create a spreadsheet that lists the apple varieties, harvest times, flavor, and best uses for each type of apple. Right? So Excel is a great way to record and enter data or information. So this is a perfect way to collect and be able to sort that information. This assignment, you're going to work with headers. You're going to use print preview. You're going to sort data, format text, apply wrap text, vertically and horizontally center data, resize column width, set print area, and print with guidelines. So those are all things that we're going to do. Maybe you knew how to do some of them, maybe you don't, but we're all going to learn here. So like I said before, you're going to open that blank workbook. You're going to save it as last name SF number 1 apples on your OneDrive. And if you have not created an Excel folder on your OneDrive and tried to organize it, now is a good time to add that Excel folder and put this in here. The next thing you need to do is recreate this worksheet below. Type everything you see and just use the default font and size. So whatever comes up is all you need to do. So if you've got this here and in A1 it says apple variety. Okay? If you click in the B, you can start typing there. Harvest stats. And if you tab over to C, you've got flavor. And D is best uses. Okay, so just because they don't all fit, you don't have to do anything. You can drag your column width up here to make them bigger, or if you double click in between there, double left click, you can make those the correct length. But you should only be typing in 4 columns. So I'm going to get all of that typed in, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back and I've typed everything into our spreadsheet here. The next thing it asks you to do, number 4, it asks you to change the height of row 1 to 40. So if I click on this, on the number 1, and you can see the whole row is highlighted. I can right click and go to row height and change that to 40. Okay, it's just as simple as that. Okay, right click, row height, and change it to 40. Step number 5, it says change the font size of row 1 to 12-point bold and center aligned vertically and horizontally. So let's go step by step. So bold is right here, just like in Word. 12 points, we're going to move it up just a point there. And we are going to format that centered vertically and horizontally. So we're going to center it. And then right here, this is vertically and horizontally right there. So that's number 5. Number 6, it says format the width of column A through C to 20. So you could do columns one at a time and select the column just like you did the row, and right click and go to column width and set that to 20. Or you can select the 3 columns, right click and do column width 20. Then it says number 7, format the width of column D to 25. So here's column D. I'm going to right click, column width 25. And it's okay that we can still see the things that are typed in there. It does not have to be so doesn't have to contain everything. It'll still show up. It says in column D, wrap the text. So again, I'm going to select column D, and up here under my Home tab, wrap text. And what that does is that it will wrap that extra text. So we've defined how wide we want our column, and so now we can wrap that text. And so you can see the lines that were long now are 2 lines. Right? They take up 2 lines in the same cell. The next thing it asks us to do is to sort the list of apple variety in ascending order. So if I select the apple varieties and I go over to my sort, which is under my Home tab way over here, that little sort and filter, A to Z, it pops up here and it says, hey, whoa, you have other information here that seems to be tied to that apple variety, right? Because I want to sort all of this information. I want this information to stay with my apple variety. So I need to hit cancel, and I need to select all of this information, then go to my sort filter and sort A to Z. Okay, so I will do that again. So make sure that you select everything that you want to sort. I'm not including my header because I don't want to sort my header. I want to leave that there. Come to my sort A to Z. Next, it wants us to insert an image of apples. Center your image and resize it so it fills the space between rows 23 and 28. So I'm going to insert an online picture, and I'm going to find some apples. If I spelled apples wrong, but it still came up. I like this apple right here. I'm going to insert that. It's very big. I'm going to use those corners to resize my picture, and it says to put it it needs to fit between cells rows 23 and 28. So it still needs to be a little smaller. Center it here. There's 28 down there, so it could be a little bigger, just like that. Actually, a little just like that. Okay. So number 11 says merge cells B29 to C29 and enter the caption Slater Farms in the merge cell and format as bold. So I need to find B29 and C29, and I'm going to select both of those cells, and then under my Home tab, here is merge and center. And so it will take those 2 cells and make them into 1. Okay, again, select the cells that you want to merge and center. Here's the merge and center. It turns those cells into 1. And Slater Farms, and make that bold. So I'm going to select it and make it bold. Carefully proofread your work. Make sure everything's spelled correctly. We're moving on to setting up the print area. So set the print area to include all cells containing data in the spreadsheet. Be sure to include the picture of the apples and caption Slater Farms. So if we go to page layout and print area, set print area. Oh my goodness, what does that mean? We haven't selected anything. Okay, so before we do that, you have to select what you want to have as your print area. So now I'm selecting everything that I want to have in my print area. So now I'm going to set my print area. Okay, so make sure you have that selected. Next, we're going to print preview and adjust the page setup. So we're going to go to File, Print. This is our print preview section and our boxes that are here. So we're going to adjust the page setup with the following changes. The orientation should be landscape. The sheet should show grid lines. And that's here under the page setup. It should show grid lines. Right here under the sheet, grid lines. And we're going to center align vertically and horizontally. And so that is here under margins, horizontally and vertically. And you can see here, it's going to center that on the page. Click OK. All right, so things are looking good. The next thing that we need to do, we can get out of here, go back. We need to insert a header. So we're going to insert a header. And right here on the left-hand side should be your name. In the middle should be Apple. Oh, if I could type today. And over here should be your hour. Make sure you save everything. And so when you're done, and I'm going to go check this, I can go to print and I can see in your print preview, everything looks the way that it should be. All right, so save your work and you are all done. Make sure that you turn your file into Google Classroom when you're finished. If you have questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Send me an email, a smoke signal, raise your hand, whatever it is. I'd be happy to help you with any questions that you might have. Thanks and have fun. Bye guys. See you next time.